Hi, I'm Raya, and this is Wondering About Wolves. Today, we're looking at the Wolves versus Tottenham match review.
Yes, a 2-0 defeat for Wolves, a pretty regulation victory for Tottenham. So what we're looking at first, what's first on the agenda?
The goals that were scored.
Go on then, talk us through them.
So first, Harry Kane scored. It was a good pass through, good movement and good finish, really.
Yeah, from a Tottenham point of view, it was a good goal. Højbjerg with a nice pass, Kane with some nice movement, and Kane with a good finish. But from a Wolves point of view, defensively, it's disappointing how they was able to pass through the middle of Saïs and Cody, and Kane got in behind them too easily.
They needed to communicate, didn't they?
There was both a bit like who's got him and they've passed him on and there's a gap and they've run through. So it's defensively, Cody and Saïs, I think, will be disappointed with the way they handled that situation, letting Kane run in behind them from a straight pass down the middle.
Yeah. Next, Tottenham scored again. Hoover should have dealt with it in the corner, and Patricio should have pushed it away from the goal instead of in front of the goal.
Yeah, he saved the ball, but his save just pushed it back into a danger area.
He needed to
you've got to push them away from goal. You know, you've got to be making sure when you're saving that, you're pushing that away from goal, but he's pushed it back into a dangerous area, and then it's an easy tap in for the finish for Højbjerg. But like you said, first of all, Hoover should have dealt with that over in the corner area. He let Reguilon slide and keep that ball in play. Well, you got to just be dealing with that. You know, just get there, deal with it, just knock it out for the throw, danger gone, reset. But we allowed him to keep the ball in on a stretch, and we allowed him to keep the ball in with a slide and get him behind. Yeah, so disappointing from a couple of aspects, that goal was.
Next on the agenda is Dylan's Fact of the Day.
Last year, Tottenham player Son had to do his military service. Now, Son is the best Tottenham player at folding his clothes neatly.
Thanks, that Dylan. Next on the agenda is the player rating.
Yeah, very tidy in the army.
The player rating.
Yeah, the player rating. So tell us what you've graded all the Wolves players then for the performance.
So Patricio gave an 8. Good overall, but as we have said, he should have pushed the second goal away.
Yeah, but like you say, some great saves. I think generally very good. Tipped one onto the post with a fantastic save, and he was kept busy by Tottenham. Just a shame for that second goal. He didn't push it away from danger rather than into the danger zone. Yeah.
Next is Hoover, 7. Generally good, but at fault for the second goal. He should have just,
you got to deal with that. Get to the ball and knock it out of play.
Don't let him go round you.
Yeah, don't let him slide, keep it in and get round you, because that's where the second goal has come from. But overall, a lot of good things, a lot of positives. I think a 7's fair enough for Hoover.
Next is my man of the match, Connor Cody. I gave an 8. One of the most clearances in a game
in the Premier League this season. Loads of clearances. We're only getting on the end of everything.
And he got it off the line 2 times.
2 times off the line as well. Yeah, well remembered. So with all his clearances, all his headed clearances, his tackles, his blocks, his 2 off the line. He had a good game, but again, we can just say maybe he could have done better for that first goal with him and Saïs. Just communicating better, making sure one of them's picking up Kane and not letting him run free and behind.
Yeah. Saïs I gave a 6. First goal partly culpable.
Yeah, again, partly culpable for that first goal, Saïs. And not as many clearances and interceptions and blocks as Cody, so a lower score for Saïs.
Semedo I gave a 7. He played on the side where he wasn't as natural, and he did it well.
Yeah, he had to move over to the left side, didn't he?
To play on the ball.
Yeah, Semedo played left back, so he had his natural side, but he coped well with Bale. Had a decent game, didn't he?
Yep, then Donker I gave a 6. Okay, but not too effective.
Yeah, he won some tackles and broke some things up, but we just need a little bit more. I'd like to see him just getting forward a little bit, getting extra numbers in the box, trying to get on the end of something. It was, like you say, okay, but we just needed a little bit more impetus, didn't we?
Next is Martinho. I gave a 5. The loss of ball sometimes are definitely not his best.
No, not his best game today. And he, like you say, he did lose the ball sometimes with bad passing or just by getting tackled or giving away silly free kicks and giving them opportunities to put balls into the box. So, yeah, definitely not his best performance today.
Next is Gibbs White. He came off, but I gave him a 7. Brighton tried to make things happen, and if I was Nuno, I wouldn't have
took him off. Yeah.
Took him off.
Yeah, I wouldn't
He was
take him off.
doing well.
I would have kept him on
Yeah.
rather than make the changes that he makes. I think he was one of the players who was looking bright
Yeah.
and inventive.
Was.
He created a great chance for Fabio Silva.
When he,
That little turn he did was lovely.
It was.
Great little 1-2 with Traore, looking bright and breezy. Got his head up, good awareness, picked the pass, put it on a plate for Silva. Silva put it wide.
Yeah.
And you could see Gibbs White was frustrated there. He's like, geez, I've
like,
just done all that work.
Yeah.
Just a lovely turn, nice 1-2, good awareness, and then Silva missed his chance. So I thought Gibbs White had a decent game again today, and like you say, can count himself
Yeah.
unfortunate to be taken off.
Yeah. Next is Vitina. He came off. I gave him a 4. Poor, ineffective.
Yeah, nothing today.
Like,
Nothing happening today. Got the ball, lost the ball,
Yeah.
and then when he did like create just a pass or something, it was just something simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing came off for him
No.
in terms of like creating opportunities for the team. It wasn't his best game at all today, Vitina.
Next is Traore. I gave a 7. He was probably our most dangerous player today.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say it looked like if anything was going to happen, it was going to be through Traore running at him and getting him behind. He had one effort with his left foot when he cut in and just put it wide of the post. That was in that little spell just after Gibbs White had created the chance for Silva. If we could have got a goal in that time and could have made 2-1, maybe we'd have rallied a little bit, made more of a game if it looked more to be.
Next is Silva. He came off and I gave him a 5. He missed that really good chance and, not at his best as well.
No, yeah, don't look as sharp today, did
No.
he? He had an effort in the first half that Traore did a great run in the first half when he ate up so much ground, from inside our own half, way back deep in our own half, got right up into their box by his power and his pace and passed it to Silva. It wasn't a bad effort from Silva, just wide of the post. But like you say today, for Silva, another one of those players who you could say wasn't at his best.
Next for subs is Jose. I gave him a 5. Anonymous, really.
Yeah, no real impact or effect on the game when he came on. He laid one on for Matinho. This was his best part, really. He received the ball in the box with his back to goal, and he laid it there for Matinho to get a strike away inside the box, but Matinho's shot was blocked.
Yeah.
But apart from that little set from Jose, there wasn't a real other significant contribution from him.
Next is Neves. I gave a 6. Applied himself well, but the game had already gone.
Yeah, we never looked like doing much to do at that point when he come on. I think we was 2-0 down, and it was all right. But as a whole, as a group, we were just playing out the game without any real fire in our bellies. We weren't really like, oh come on, we got to get on the front foot.
Yeah.
It looked like, we'll accept 2-0 and just play the game out.
Next is Corbiano. I gave him a 5. Nice to see him make his debut.
Yeah, that's all we can say really. For him, he had a little touch here and there, but.
Yeah.
It's his debut. He would have been nervous coming onto the pitch. Just nice to see Nuno give him that chance now, and he's made his debut. Maybe we'll see a bit more of him in the 2 games that are still left to come.
Next on the agenda is the general performance.
Okay.
So first half I gave a 7. Couple of efforts on goal, defended well, but right at the end of the half we just went asleep, didn't we?
Yeah, let a bad goal in right at the end of the half. Like you say, we did have a couple of attempts at goal. Connor Cody in particular defended well. Patricio was doing well, and you thought, oh, we've reached half time here, and then right at the death, just fall asleep for a pass to go right through the middle. Too big a gap between the centre backs, not in line. So one of them's playing Kane on side, and then nobody picking him up at goal side. So he's got that clear run. So just got it wrong right at the end of the half, and that caused us to be 1-0 down. But 7, did you say, for that half?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you give the second half then?
I gave a 5.
5.
Spurs could have scored more than what.
They hit the post a couple of times, didn't they? Yeah.
Patricio
saving
and
us
then
as well.
Son hit the post as well. After that. And the Silva missed a good chance. I mean.
Yeah, should have done better with that. Disappointing. And I think in the second half we just lacked a bit of fire. As a whole, as a team, we lacked a little bit of intensity. We don't look like we really wanted to get back into it. I think we look like a team who knows that the season's over. We're 2-0 down. Just play the game out without looking like we really had any real desire to get back into it.
overall I gave it a 6. We looked like we were just playing the season out, as we just said, really.
And end of season performance. What was humiliating? What like the Burnley thing?
No,
you know, the Burnley
so
fiasco. Where we was humiliated 4-0. We looked like we don't even want to play. Today I wouldn't say we don't look like we don't want to play, but we don't have that extra bit of intensity, that extra bit of urgency to try and get something from the game.
Next on the agenda is the sign-off. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on today's game, and make sure you join us next time for the Wolves versus Everton match preview.
But before we go, what we should also say is I got the prediction right. I said 2-0 to Tottenham, so make sure we document that as well.
So Dad got the prediction right, 2-0 to Tottenham. So well done, Dad. You're a big-headed sod, you are.